Welcome to Final Curtain. I'm Donald. Today, we gather to remember iconic figures whose journeys have reached their final chapter. Their talent, dedication, and influence shaped generations and touched millions worldwide. Join us as we honor their remarkable contributions across film, music, and culture, celebrating lives that will forever be remembered and continue inspiring future generations. Mary Morello was a passionate activist who dedicated her life to protecting freedom of expression and supporting the power of music. She became widely known for founding Parents for Rock and Rap in 1987, a movement created to challenge music censorship and defend artists' voices during a time of growing debate around popular culture. Beyond her activism, Mary was also remembered as the proud mother of Tom Morello, guitarist of Rage Against the Machine. She often stood beside the band, introducing their performances and sharing their message with audiences. Living to the age of 102, Mary left behind a legacy of courage, advocacy, and love for music. Her work continues to inspire those who believe in creativity, open expression, and the importance of standing up for artistic freedom. Joby Baker, the actor and artist remembered for his charming performances during Hollywood's golden era, passed away on June 22, 2026, at the age of 92 from natural causes. A familiar face on screen throughout the 1950s and 1960s, Baker became known for his role in the popular teen surf film Gidget and its two sequels, capturing the fun and youthful spirit of the time. He also appeared in musical comedies alongside famous entertainers such as Elvis Presley and Connie Francis. Beyond films, Baker gained recognition as the star of the sitcom Good Morning World, a show that helped introduce a young Goldie Hawn to television audiences. Remembered for his warmth, talent, and creative spirit, Baker leaves behind a career that brought joy to many generations of viewers. Jimmy Wilkerson's journey in football was built on hard work, resilience, and a commitment to giving his best every time he stepped onto the field. Born in 1981, he developed his skills at the University of Oklahoma, where his strong defensive presence caught the attention of NFL scouts. Selected by the Kansas City Chiefs in the 2003 NFL Draft, Wilkerson went on to create a solid career as a dependable defensive end. Throughout his time with the Chiefs, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New Orleans Saints, and Seattle Seahawks, he earned respect for his toughness, teamwork, and professional attitude. Wilkerson passed away in Oklahoma City at the age of 43 after suffering a heart attack. His sudden loss deeply affected the football community, but his legacy of dedication and perseverance will continue to be remembered. Elisio Rodriguez Delgado was a dedicated baseball player whose journey reflected hard work, patience, and a deep love for the game. Born on May 24, 1946, in Fajardo, Puerto Rico, he moved to New York as a child and grew up near Yankee Stadium, where his passion for baseball began. Inspired by legends like Yogi Berra, Rodriguez worked tirelessly to build a career as a catcher. After developing his skills in the minor leagues, he reached Major League Baseball in 1968 with the New York Yankees. During his career, he played for several teams, including the Kansas City Royals, Milwaukee Brewers, California Angels, and Los Angeles Dodgers. Though not always in the spotlight, he was respected for his reliability, defensive ability, and professionalism. Rodriguez's legacy remains a story of perseverance, dedication, and love for baseball. Musician Kelvin Hayes, best known as the drummer and keyboardist for the British band Johnny Hates Jazz, has passed away at the age of 63. Hayes died on July 9, 2026, after collapsing at his home in Washington. He played a key role in the band's success, helping create the sound behind their international hit, Shattered Dreams, which became a defining song of the 1980s. Hayes was also remembered for his contributions to popular UK tracks, including I Don't Want to Be a Hero and Turn Back the Clock. Beyond his performances, he was admired for his musical talent and creativity. His work continues to live on through the songs that connected with fans around the world and shaped an era of memorable pop music. At 66, Simon Cowell remains one of entertainment's most recognizable figures, known worldwide for his sharp opinions, unforgettable expressions, and powerful presence on talent shows. For decades, he represented the person who could transform an unknown performer into a star or deliver a verdict that changed a contestant's journey forever. Yet behind the confident image of the television judge lies a far more complex human story. His career has been shaped by ambition, pressure, success, criticism, personal change, and moments that forced him to confront life beyond fame. The story of Simon Cowell is not only about entertainment or judgment, it is about identity, vulnerability, and the difficult challenge of remaining human when the entire world believes it already knows who you are. The rise of a television icon, Simon Cowell's journey to becoming a global television personality, was not an overnight success. Before millions knew him as the sharp-tongued judge sitting behind a panel, he spent years learning the entertainment business from behind the scenes. His early career involved uncertainty, setbacks, and the difficult process of understanding what made music and performers connect with audiences. Those experiences shaped the way he viewed talent. He learned that success required more than ability. It required timing, confidence, determination, and the ability to stand out in a crowded industry. When he eventually appeared as a judge on major talent programs, he brought with him years of experience observing what worked and what failed. His direct style immediately separated him from others. Audiences noticed that he did not simply offer polite encouragement. He delivered reactions that felt unpredictable and honest. That approach made him fascinating to watch and helped redefine reality television. Simon became more than a judge. He became a symbol of decision-making, ambition, and the pursuit of excellence. His presence created unforgettable television moments and turned ordinary auditions into events that captured worldwide attention. The man behind the famous image. For many viewers, Simon Cowell became a character before they understood the person behind him. The serious expression, calm voice, and carefully timed pauses created an image of someone almost impossible to impress. He appeared confident, controlled, and unaffected by emotion. This public identity became one of the strongest brands in entertainment. However, the image that brought him success also created limitations. When audiences repeatedly see someone playing a certain role, they begin to believe that role is the complete truth. Simon was often viewed only as the harsh judge, rather than as a businessman, father, and individual with his own struggles. The entertainment world rewarded his ability to create tension, but it also encouraged people to ignore the complexity behind his personality. His honesty became both his greatest strength and the source of constant criticism. Some people admired his ability to recognize talent quickly, while others felt his approach was too severe. The reality was more complicated. Simon understood entertainment deeply, and his judgments often came from years of experience. Behind the strong exterior was someone who had spent decades navigating pressure, expectations, and the challenge of maintaining success in a constantly changing industry, building an empire through judgment. Simon Cowell's influence grew because he understood something essential about entertainment. People remember emotion. Talent programs were not only about discovering skilled performers, they were also about creating moments that audiences could connect with. Simon's reactions became a central part of that experience. A single comment, expression, or decision could turn a contestant into a household name. His ability to identify potential helped launch the careers of many performers and strengthened his reputation as someone with a unique instinct for talent. However, his position also placed him at the center of difficult situations. Every decision carried consequences because contestants often arrived with personal dreams and years of effort behind them. Simon became known for honesty, but honesty in front of millions can be complicated. The same words that some viewed as necessary feedback were seen by others as unnecessarily harsh. This contradiction followed him throughout his career. He could create opportunities while also becoming associated with rejection. He could inspire confidence in one person and disappoint another. His success came from understanding the entertainment industry, but his public image came from the dramatic moments that surrounded those decisions. The burden of constant public attention fame gave Simon Cowell influence, wealth, and recognition, but it also removed much of the privacy that ordinary people experience. Once someone becomes a public figure, even small personal changes can become topics of discussion. Simon discovered that the same audience that once waited for his opinions began forming opinions about him. His appearance, choices, and personality were constantly examined. The man who judged performances eventually found himself being judged by millions of strangers. This created a unique pressure because his career depended on confidence and control, yet public attention often takes those things away. Every interview, photograph, and public appearance carried expectations. People wanted him to remain the same person they remembered from earlier years, even though personal growth and change are natural parts of life. The entertainment industry often celebrates reinvention, but audiences can struggle when familiar personalities evolve. Simon's experience showed the complicated relationship between fame and identity. Being recognized by millions does not always mean being understood by them. Sometimes fame creates a distance between the public image and the private person who lives behind it. Changing through fatherhood. One of the most significant changes in Simon Cowell's life came through fatherhood. For much of his career, his identity was connected to business decisions, talent discovery, and professional achievement. Becoming a parent introduced a different responsibility and changed the way he viewed success. A child does not see a famous television figure or a powerful entertainment executive. A child sees a parent. This shift encouraged Simon to show parts of himself that audiences had rarely seen before. His emotional reactions became more visible, and moments of warmth replaced some of the harder edges associated with his earlier image. Fatherhood offered a lesson that success alone cannot provide. Achievement may create recognition, but relationships create meaning. The need to be perfect in business is different from the need to be present for someone you love. Simon's transformation did not erase the person he had been, but it added another dimension to his story. The public began seeing someone who was capable of compassion and vulnerability. The man who had built a reputation on criticism gradually revealed that he also valued connection, care, and emotional honesty. The reality of aging in the spotlight. Aging is a personal experience for most people, but for someone as famous as Simon Cowell, it happens publicly. Changes that many people would experience privately become visible and open to commentary. The public often remembers celebrities at the height of their careers and expects them to remain unchanged. Simon faced the challenge of growing older while carrying the expectations attached to his younger image. The confident television judge, who seemed untouchable, became a person experiencing the same realities as everyone else. Time changes priorities, perspectives, and personal goals. The qualities that once defined success may become less important compared with health, family, and peace of mind. Simon's later years showed a more reflective side of his personality. He appeared less focused on maintaining a certain image, and more interested in living according to his own values. His story highlights a common human experience, the realization that identity cannot be limited to one role. A person can be successful and still continue searching for balance, purpose, and understanding, facing personal challenges beyond fame. One of the most important chapters of Simon Cowell's life involved confronting physical challenges that reminded him of his own limits. For years, he appeared powerful and in control on television. A serious accident changed that perception by forcing him to focus on recovery and patience. Experiences like this can transform how people view their achievements and priorities. Success cannot eliminate physical vulnerability. Wealth cannot remove fear. Public recognition cannot replace personal healing. Simon's recovery represented a different kind of challenge from those he faced professionally. In entertainment, he was used to making decisions and moving forward quickly. Recovery required the opposite: patience, acceptance, and allowing others to help. Moments like these often reveal the person behind the public image because there is no performance involved. There is only the individual dealing with uncertainty. The experience appeared to deepen Simon's understanding of what truly matters. It reminded him that life is not only measured by professional accomplishments, but also by health, relationships, and the ability to adapt when circumstances change. The contradiction of Simon Cowell's legacy. Simon Cowell's legacy cannot be explained through a simple description. He was not only a harsh critic, and he was not only a creator of opportunities. He represented both sides of a complicated entertainment system. His direct approach sometimes created uncomfortable moments, but his understanding of talent helped many performers reach audiences they might never have reached otherwise. He challenged people because he believed potential mattered. At the same time, his style reflected an era of television where strong reactions and dramatic moments were central to success. Looking back, his career represents both achievement and debate. The same qualities that made him famous also created questions about the cost of entertainment, built around judgment. This complexity is what makes his story interesting. Great public figures are rarely one-dimensional. They influence culture in ways that can be celebrated and questioned at the same time. Simon's career demonstrates how a person can create meaningful opportunities while also becoming associated with controversy. His journey is not about proving he was entirely right or wrong. It is about understanding the many sides of a person who shaped modern entertainment. The pressure of maintaining success. Behind every successful career is a level of pressure that audiences rarely see. Simon Cowell became more than a television personality. He became responsible for maintaining a powerful entertainment identity. His decisions affected shows, performers, businesses, and public expectations. Remaining successful for decades requires constant adaptation because audiences change and industries evolve. The pressure to remain relevant can be exhausting, especially when a person's reputation becomes tied to a specific image. Simon had to continue delivering the confidence and certainty people expected from him while also navigating a changing world. The same qualities that helped him rise could become difficult to maintain forever. No person can remain exactly the same throughout life, yet public figures are often expected to do so. Simon's experience reflects the challenge of balancing personal growth with public expectations. His success required him to build a recognizable identity, but that identity sometimes became difficult to escape. The strongest brands can also become the heaviest responsibilities when the person behind them wants to change. When the judge became the judged. Perhaps the greatest irony of Simon Cowell's life is that he became famous for judging others, only to experience intense judgment himself. For years, contestants stood before him hoping for approval, while audiences waited for his reactions. Later, the same public attention turned toward his own life. People analyzed his choices, appearance, and personality with the same intensity once directed toward performers. This reversal created a unique challenge. Simon understood criticism professionally, but experiencing constant public evaluation personally was different. It revealed the emotional side of being a public figure. The world often sees celebrities as symbols rather than individuals, forgetting that they experience uncertainty and change like everyone else. Simon's journey demonstrates how quickly public perception can shift. The qualities that create fame can also create criticism. A person celebrated for being bold may later be criticized for the same boldness. A person admired for confidence may later be questioned for changing. The experience shows that fame is not only about being seen, it is about being interpreted by people who may never know the complete story. The evolution of a public personality. Over time, Simon Cowell's public personality appeared to evolve. The sharpness remained, but there were more visible moments of emotion, kindness, and reflection. This change did not mean abandoning the qualities that made him successful. Instead, it suggested that people are capable of growth. A person can become known for one aspect of their personality while still containing many others. Simon's later years showed that strength does not always mean appearing unaffected. Sometimes strength means accepting vulnerability and allowing change. His transformation also reflected broader changes in society. Audiences began paying more attention to how public figures communicate and how entertainment affects people. Simon's career existed across different eras of television, and adapting to those changes required flexibility. His willingness to evolve helped him remain relevant. More importantly, it revealed a human side that had often been hidden behind the role he played. The journey from feared judge to more reflective figure became one of the most interesting parts of his story. The difference between success and fulfillment. Simon Cowell achieved many things that people around the world dream of achieving. He gained fame, financial success, influence, and a lasting place in entertainment history. Yet his story also raises a deeper question. Does achievement automatically create fulfillment? Success can provide opportunities, but it cannot answer every personal question. After decades of professional victories, many people begin searching for something beyond recognition. Simon's life reflects that transition. The desire to build, create, and succeed can eventually become balanced by the desire for connection, health, and peace. The applause of an audience is powerful, but it cannot replace personal happiness. This realization often comes with age and experience. Simon's journey shows that even people who appear to have everything can continue facing internal challenges. External success does not remove the need for understanding and acceptance. Behind every achievement is a person still trying to understand what matters most. The human story behind the celebrity. The most meaningful part of Simon Cowell's story is not the fame, the shows, or the criticism. It is the human experience beneath all of those things. Behind the confident appearance was someone dealing with pressure, change, uncertainty, and the challenge of being understood. Public figures are often reduced to the roles they play, but real people are always more complicated. Simon became known as a judge, yet he was also a creator, a father, and someone constantly adapting to life's challenges. His story reminds us that confidence does not mean someone has no fears, and success does not mean someone has no struggles. The person behind the image matters as much as the image itself. Over time, audiences have seen a more complete picture of Simon Cowell, one that includes both his achievements and his vulnerabilities. That complexity is what makes his journey memorable. A legacy defined by transformation. Simon Cowell's life represents more than a career in entertainment. It represents the process of change that every person experiences over time. He began as someone determined to succeed in a difficult industry, became one of television's most recognizable figures, and eventually entered a stage of life focused on reflection and personal meaning. His greatest transformation may not have been professional, but personal. The man who spent years evaluating others learned through experience that everyone carries unseen struggles. His legacy will always include the moments that made him famous, but it will also include the evolution of the person behind those moments. Simon Cowell's story is ultimately about ambition, resilience, vulnerability, and the search for balance. It shows that even those who appear strongest are still affected by time, challenges, and the desire to be understood. The final lesson of his journey is that behind every public figure is a private story waiting to be seen.